Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd with my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today is all in the family. It's a stitch along 4 weeks. It's gonna be 4 different videos that we have here. On the Yarnspirations version it'll be one major video. When I last left you we were on round number 15. This is week number 2. So we're gonna move on to round number 16 next. So let's begin round number 16, and 17 is identical. The only difference is the color. So you'll change the color when you move on to 17. So you'll do 16 and 17 before moving on in this tutorial. To get started with this particular concept in the corner, it's exactly the way that you just did it in round number 15 in week number 1. So just put it onto the hook first and then pull through and through. And then chain 3. 1, 2, 3 and double crochet into that same one. Okay, and then chain 2 to turn the corner, and then 2 more double crochet into the corner. So like you had been before, it's going to be 1 double crochet in the back post, or sorry, the back loop only. So just wrapping the hook and going into the back loop. And you're gonna do that all the way around, and then in the corner so it'll be 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, and you'll do that. And then when you get back here you'll just finish this off, which I'll see you back here in just a moment with that, and then you'll get started on the next color and then do exactly the same thing. So I'll see you at the end of this round. When you get all the way back around you're just gonna come right to the final stitch and then slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. I need you to fasten off this yarn like we did in week number 1. So fasten off and just restart again in the corner and do exactly the same thing but using the color A. So I will see you at the end of that. That's round number 17. So we just finished 16, now moving on to 17, and then I'll see you after that. So do number 17 for me now. So let's move along to round 18. So we're gonna use color G. Gonna attach in any corner that you wish. And we're gonna do a standing single crochet. So just going in and pull through, you'll have 2 loops, pull through the 2, and that's a standing single crochet. You are then going to chain a total of 2, 1 and 2, and in the same corner single crochet. So like the last 3 rounds we're going to stay on the back loop only. It's the last time we're on the back loop for a while, and you're just going to single crochet in the back loop only. When you get to the corners it'll be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and you're gonna do this all the way around, and this is round number 18. So I'm coming around on number 18 right to the very end. Do not fasten off at the end of this. This is actually take number 2 that I fastened off, and it looks like we're gonna continue on one more time. So with at least one more time. We'll see when we get there. Slip stitch to the beginning, single crochet and hold, and let's review number 19 next. So let's begin number 19. So we're going to slip stitch to the next chain 2 space, and we're just gonna come in, and then that's where we're going to start. So we're going to chain 3, which counts as the first double crochet, and double crochet again into that same spot. You're then going to chain 2 and 2 more double crochet into that same spot. So this round is really quite easy. We're gonna create spaces. In order to do that, then we're just going to begin and chain 1, and we're gonna skip the next stitch. So the next stitch is right here. So let me just zoom you in a little bit closer so you can see that. So it's right there. It looks like it's being part of the corner, but it's not. So it's there. So you come immediately to this one, and you're going to double crochet, and then you're going to chain 1, skip a stitch, and double crochet in the next, and you're gonna do that all the way across. And I'll see you at the first corner to make sure you're turning the corners properly, and then I'll see you at the end of this round. Do not fasten off at the end of this round as well. So eventually you'll hit a corner. You're gonna skip the last stitch that's available, still chain 1 and do your corner. It'll be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Then chain 1, skip the first one out. So the first one always looks like it's buried, so skip this one and go immediately into the next. Double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. I'll see you at the end of this round. This is round number 19. So I'm coming all the way back around, and I'm just doing my skipping where I need to, and then chain 1 and then join to the first. So round number 20 is gonna use the same color, but we need to slip stitch to the chain 2 corner first. So slip over 2 times, So how we're gonna do that is that as we move into round number 20, we're gonna chain up 1 first and do 1 single crochet, chain 2 and 1 single crochet. Whenever you start after the corner is done, you're gonna skip immediately the first one and start in the second one. But when you get to the other side, you're not gonna skip the last one. You're just gonna continue to single crochet into those. So skipping the first stitch, doing 1 single crochet in this one, and then in the chain 1 space put 2 single crochets like that. And now go to the next chain 2 space, and then chain 1 space and put 2 single crochets in there. And you're gonna do that all the way up. It's gonna thicken up that area. So remember the very last ones, when we get there, you're gonna go right into these last 2. Then the corner is gonna be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, but immediately skip the first one out of there, start at the second, and then go into your chain 1 spaces with 2 single crochets. Please do that all the way around, and I will see you at the end of this round. So just to recap, so I don't end up with comments here, so the last chain 1 space is gonna have 2 single crochet, and then you're going to single crochet in the final 2. Then you'll turn your corner, so it'll be a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and you're gonna immediately skip the first one out there, go to the second, single crochet, and then go into the chain 1 space and put 2 in there. And when you get all the way back on round number 20, remember that you are going to single crochet the last 2 stitches. You're not skipping over anything, and then you are going to join it to the first single crochet that you started with. You're gonna get rid of this color, weave in your ends, and let's begin round number 21 next. Okay, let's begin round number 21. Let's come into a chain 2 space corner and attach, and chain 3, 1, 2, 3, that's your first double, and then double crochet again, and chain 2 and 2 more double crochet. All right there. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to create what is called the clusters. So you're gonna chain 1, you're gonna skip the first stitch, and you're gonna cluster into the next. So when you do a cluster, you're gonna wrap going into the stitch, pull through 2 and hold it, and do that again. So wrap, same stitch, pull through 2 and hold. You have 3 loops, pull through all 3. Then chain 1, skip 1, and do the same thing in the next. So you're gonna do that all the way to the corner. So wrap and in, pull through 2 and hold, wrap and in, pull through 2, and then pull through all 3, chain 1, and then skip the next one and do the same thing. So I'll see you at the first corner to make sure you're turning right, and let's continue from that point. I know it's really bright on screen. Let me just see if I can back you out for the next footage. When you get close to the first corner here, then you're just chain 1 and you're just gonna go skip 1, and you're doing the cluster. Then chain 1, skipping the last one, and go right into the chain 2 space, and it's gonna be 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Okay, then chain 1, skip the first one out, which is right here, go to the second and start your clusters again. So I'll see you at the end of this round. This is round number 21. Okay, coming all the way around number 21, it's just chaining 1. I'm going into my last stitch, just following the pattern as I know it, chain 1, and then just join to the top of the chain 3, fasten this yarn off, and then we're gonna start with color C for round number 22. Let's begin round number 22. Let's attach to the corner, chain 2 space, chain 3, and double crochet into the same spot, and chain 2 and 2 more double crochet to complete that corner. So watch what we're gonna do. In the next chain 1 space, so all the way over here, you are going to apply the following. You're going to apply 2 double crochet, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 2 double crochet into that same chain 1 space. Then you're going to skip the next chain 1 space and go to the second one over and do the same thing. So it's gonna be 2 double crochet, chain 3, and 2 double crochet. And let's do all that to the first corner. I'll see you at the first corner to make sure you're turning around properly, and it looks pretty cool. So it's like the icing on top of the cake. Let's continue then with this round. I'll see you at the first corner. When you get all the way to the corner, you're on the second last space. Okay, so don't think that you're on this space, you're on the second last one when you're about to do this. So then just immediately come right to the corner and do your regular corner. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet, and then you start the next side. So immediately in the next space that you have, so going back to the instructions again, is that you are just going to put in 2 double crochet to start. So it feels like it's wrong, but it's not. It keeps everything in balance. Chain 3 and then 2 double crochet, and then skip to the next space and go to the second over and 2 double crochet again. So you already kinda know what you're doing at this moment. So I'll see you at the end of this round. When you come all the way around, what you're going to do is that you're going to skip this last space and go immediately into the corner here. Keeps everything in balance, and the corners are 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And so then when you start the next one, you're gonna come to immediately to the first space and put in your 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, and like you had been before, you're going to skip the next space and go to the second over. So 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, and please do this all the way around for round number 22. So we're coming up to the end of round number 22. We're just gonna slip stitch to the beginning, chain 3. So we have everything in, what we need in, and now we're gonna begin some petal work. So the petal work is beginning on the round, on the 23rd round. So we're gonna slip stitch the next 2 into the next chain 2 space. So just slip over 1 and then go to the chain 2, and that's where we're gonna start our story. We're gonna chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and then double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. So I like how easy all these are to start each round. So here we go. We're going to apply, as we begin this, is that 1 double crochet in the next 2, that's part of the corner that's below, and you'll put 1 double crochet there, and then that's where we're gonna start the fun stuff. So going right to the chain 3 space, here's what we're going to do, is that we are going to apply a half double crochet first, then a double, then a treble, then a double, and then a half. So there's 5 stitches all together. So there's a half, a double, a treble, a double, and a half. And then once you have that done, you then have to chain 1 and skip and do the next petal here right in the chain 3 space. So skip and jump over. So you remember you're going to do a half, a double, a treble, a double, and then a half, and then chain 1 and then go to the next one. So I'll see you at the first corner to make sure you're turning properly and you're putting in your petals now. When you get to the final corner, you're just gonna apply 1 double crochet in each of the last 2 stitches, and then you're going to turn the corner. So it'll be 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet, and then you're gonna start the next side just how you already know it. So the first 2, that's part of the corner and below, is gonna be having a double crochet, just like that, and then you're gonna jump all the way over here and you're gonna do a half, and then a double, oh it's a treble, and then a double, and then a half, and then a chain 1, and keep on doing that. So now you know how to get around. So get around. Okay, continue that all the way around. So I just came all the way around. I'm just doing my last 2 double crochets in. Sorry, it's the last 2 right here. and then I'm just gonna slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and then that's it. So let's get rid of this color, weave in our ends, and let's move on to round number 24. Let's begin the next one, round number 24. I changed in the color. It's supposed to be E, which is like the other one of this. It's like so close that I want this to be an accent round for sure. So I'm going to just join to the beginning and chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm joining to a chain 2 space corner, by the way. Double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in here. So we're gonna do some fancy footwork in this one here. So the corner's made, and I'm now going to double crochet in the next 3. So 1, 2, and 3. We're in the next one here, we're gonna do a front post treble. So we're just gonna come down and just wrap twice, sorry, and come down in, pull through 2, 2, and 2 back to the top. You're going to skip the first one of the grouping of 5 for this particular petal only, and you're gonna single crochet the next 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we're gonna do a spike stitch. So the spike stitch involves the last stitch that's involved here. It involves this and then the first stitch right here. So to begin, you're just gonna go like a single crochet in the next stitch, pull through and but hold it, yarn over, come in between this gapping space and pull through and give it a bit of slack, pull through 2, and then the first stitch here. So in, pull through. So you should end up with 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4. You're then going to do the next 3 that are in the next petal because you've already used 1 of 5. So 1, 2, and 3, and then you're gonna do the spike again. So coming into the next one, pull through and hold it, yarn over, come in between here, give it a bit of slack, pull through 2, and then come to the first one here, pull through, and then you have 4 loops, pull through all 4. And you're gonna continue that all the way to the first corner, and I'll see you there in just a moment. When you get to the corner, you should see the last 6 stitches available to you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we're going to do is we're gonna skip this last one here, and we're gonna come into here. Okay, so it's the last one on the petal, and you're gonna do a front post treble there, and then here you're going to put in a double crochet in the last 3. Sorry, I'm just hesitating a little bit, sorry about that. Then you're coming to your corner and you'll put in your 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and then start all over again. So the first 3 are going to be a double, so 1, 2, and then 3. Then you're gonna front post treble, and then skipping the first one and single crochet the next 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you start your spikes again. So going in, pull through, down, give it a bit of slack, and then the first one here, pull through all 4, and then the next 3, and etc. So that would be how you would turn the corner. So I'm coming all the way back around, and I'm just gonna skip the last one here and just come right down into a front post treble here, and then I'm going to double crochet the final 3, and then I'm gonna join this with the beginning, and we're going to begin around 25, which will be the last one in today's video. Just make a note that you are switching to a smaller hook. So a 5.5 millimeter size eye crochet hook is what we're gonna be changing to. It'll only be for that round, and then we'll be switching back. So join me in just a moment, fasten off, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna begin the 25th round, which will be the final for week number 2. Just get a slip knot and get your first one up, and you want to join it and chain 4, which will be the first treble. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna treble again into the same spot, and then chain 2 to turn the corner, and then 2 more trebles into the same spot. So the goal here on this one here is to watch what you're doing. Everything's in sets of 3, if that makes it easier for you to know. So just treble into the next one, and then we'll talk. So everything's in sets of 3. So you'll see that there was 3 single crochets in between these drop downs. So when we go to do this one here, you have 4 stitches. So the next one has to be a drop down. So it's going to be a front post treble, just to keep it in line with the look. And then the next 3 here are going to be a treble. We're then going to put a front post treble around this. So keep it looking the same. And then the next 3 that you have are each a treble. That's all you got to do. And what I'll do is I'll see you on the other side of this as far as the other corner. But watch what you have to do on these spikes. You have to come down right into the center spike. So when you do that, you're just gonna wrap the hook and you're just gonna separate that center spike. So just separate that one only, and then coming up like that. And then the next 3 are trebles. I'll show you one more spike. So it's 3, and then wrap the hook twice and get ready. So just coming down, separate the spike, the middle one, and then continue that as a front post like that. So continue that all the way across the next corner, and I'll see you at the first corner to make sure that you're turning properly. When you get to the corner, don't forget everything is in sets of 3 like we discussed. So we're just gonna continue to go, and we're trebling right up until the near end of the corner. And then the next one here, so that you got your 3, the next one is gonna be dropping down with the front post treble, and then you're gonna treble in the last one before hitting that corner. So it keeps it in that sets of 3. And then in the corners you're going to treble 2 times, then chain 2 to turn, and then 2 more trebles, and then you'll begin the next side. So we'll just quickly review that. So the first one is going to be a treble right out of the gate. The next one is a front post treble. You're gonna drop on down, and the next 3 that you see here are going to be trebles, and then you'll do a front post trebles. So every third you're just gonna come on down. So please do this all the way for the remaining of the round, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So I'm coming to the close to the end. This is the end of round number 25. We are going to be changing our hook back to the regular size as soon as we conclude into next week's video. So make sure that you are paying attention to that. So retire this hook for now. We will use it again in the future, but not for quite some time. So get rid of this yarn. This is the end of week number 2, round number 25, and we'll see you next time as we continue our journey together.